What's up, everybody? It's Dominic 369 for Occultism Unleashed. We coming at you today with the Astro Report, live from the dungeon. You see my plants growing in the back. Told y'all you should make preparations for what's to come. I done got my indoor garden back popping. Got a greenhouse going up in the backyard this week. It's gonna be fish and all type of shit in that motherfucker. Straight like that. But you need to be prepared. But welcome to Capricorn season. Capricorn season is no longer upon you. It is here. Let's check it out. Are you ready for civil unrest? Are you ready for civil unrest? You see this Mars opposite Mars in the United States, 7th house. Mars rules the 4th house. The 4th house is the house that rules the population that's unfavored, which would be, blacks and immigrants, poor whites, and it also rules the political party. Excuse me, let me turn this on, do not disturb. Political parties that are not in control of the government, and that would be the Republican Party. Look for physical and legal conflict. Physical and legal conflict, especially as Mars moves into Capricorn over the next week and a half, and then it hits this Venus, which rules the United States 5th and 6th house. You're going to see some bad news for banks, a lot of defaulting and shit like that. And you are going to see our military actively in war. When I say our military, I'm talking about the United States as a nation. Don't belong to you, don't belong to me. It belongs to the fascist people who fund your government, all the corporate sponsors of your political pundits and talking heads on TV. The reality of the situation right there. The sun is in Capricorn in the United States 1st house. The sun is about to oppose Venus this week, next week. That would be Monday when it opposes Venus. So look for news, bad news for banks, for war. Then it's going to oppose Jupiter. The sun rules the 9th house. These are overseas affairs. Information will be published that destroys some people's lives and careers. As you know, 150 people who connected, high-profile people connected to Jeffrey Epstein, will be exposed. 15 of them filed to have their identities and stuff concealed. Only 2 or 3 out of the 15 were approved to keep their identities concealed. And this is something that's going to cause some trouble. It's going to cause some trouble, man. Cause some trouble because now we know that they're hiding somebody high in authority that's a sick motherfucker. That's sick motherfuckers, man. And it's gonna rock this country. To rock this country, it's gonna rock them hard, man. The sun is also moving to a conjunction. The sun and Mercury are moving in a conjunction with each other, as Mercury here is retrograde in the 1st house. The sun in Capricorn in the 1st house is highlighting, responsibility. The United States over authoritarian mentality overseas. And this is going to cause some trouble, man. It's going to cause some trouble. It's going to cause some trouble that they ain't looking to have, that they don't think's gonna affect them. I'm telling you now. You seen in the last week they banned Trump from running for president. This is the flame to the fire for this Mars opposite Mars. And as Mars moves into Capricorn next in the next 2 weeks and opposes Venus, Jupiter, which rules the United States 1st house, you're gonna see shit on the ground popping off, Jack. You're gonna see shit popping off here in the United States. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So Capricorn in the United States 1st house is telling you that you need to put on your big boy and big girl drawers if you living in the United States. Got to put on them big boy and big girl drawers. If you can't manage to do that and take full responsibility for your situation, you'll find yourself in a lot of trouble, man. Mars is also making a square. It's moving into a perfect square with Neptune in the 9th house of justice and publishing. Neptune rules this intercepted Pisces in the third house. Those people who communicate these illusionary ideas to you, especially actors and entertainers. Oh my goodness, a reckoning is coming. A reckoning is coming. An expose. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, it's coming. And as Mercury moves back more into the sign of Sagittarius next week, you're going to see more information and agitation about war overseas and our allies, and you're going to see United States backtracking on many of their allies overseas, and that's not limited to the conflict in Ukraine. This Russian special military operation is going to go forward. It's nothing the United States can do about it, and they're finally gonna tap out while provoking things in other areas, because they know President Putin has that situation on lock. That's the reality. And they're going to cause people in NATO to get their ass spanked. With Sweden and Finland joining NATO, they're going to get their ass spanked. That's the reality of the situation. Jupiter is retrograding, and it's retrograding into a sextile with Jupiter. So it is helping with improve the stock market. You see Saturn is moving forward into that perfect trine with Venus in the seventh house. This is gonna help the United States milk more of its allies out of money for military aid. That's what they're doing. That's the reality of the situation. Our country is broken. They need to sell these military contracts to try to earn some paper, Jack. And this is going to make the stock market do well. And because it's in the sign of Pisces and intercepted, this means all the information isn't available to the public, and the high numbers on the stock market, record-breaking numbers, and going up 400 points a day and 300 points a day, it's going to make people believe that they're safe, but they're going to end up getting that ass busted. You're going to get that ass busted. I'm trying to tell you what's going on. When Saturn hit this square with Uranus, the truth about, Saturn rules the second house, Uranus rules the third house of information and communication. Motherfuckers gonna come to the realization that a recession is here and it's real and shit's about to be real fucked up. That's reality. That is reality. Whatever house you have, the sun moving in Capricorn in, is the house where you want to focus on taking responsibility. Being consciously aware of your responsibility to get things done for you. You're the only one that can save you. Whether you're on your spiritual journey or your personal, journey for freedom and financial success, your failure to take responsibility will be the only thing that you can blame for your demise. So you got to get on top of that, Jack. And you got to get on top of it fast. Another interesting factor, down here you got the North Node moving into an opposition with the eclipse, with the Mayat eclipse point. You see this grand cross right here, which is formed by two oppositions. One of the opposition is Mars opposite Mars. The other opposition is North Node and Aries opposite the Mayat eclipse point. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. And this ugliness is gonna be in the office of the president. And we know the North Node means taking new action. And it's in the fourth house, and the fourth house rules a political party that's not in power. Look forward to them to take some offensive actions to get Biden out of office. And I guarantee you, if Kamala Harris becomes president, it's going to get real ugly. Because if something happens to her, then the Speaker of the House becomes president, and then you're dealing with the Klansman from Louisiana, Representative Johnson. See this? Again, Mars is also making a square to Neptune. Psyops, disinformation, bribery in the court, things like that, influence in legal matters is going down. Be prepared, take responsibility, full responsibility. If you're not prepared, you're the only one to blame. It doesn't matter your financial situation or anything. You can do things to better your condition. If you want a full astrology reading for your personal chart or your business, you can book that on redclawconjure.com. Link in the description, and you will also find a link for you to join Mystic University if you're seriously interested in developing your spiritual power. Peace.